This is why I love Rugby Championship so much. These are the kind of games that you get, and Argentina and Australia put through an absolutely phenomenal game. It was well worth the wait first thing in the morning, and my God, this game was just so back and forth, back and forth. I've been up since 4:30 in the morning. I've had like 6 coffees already. I don't care. This is amazing. Let's break this game down. Please, as always, like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. And let's get into it. Now, Argentina put through such a performance, real heavy work rate. I mean, to be fair, Australia got really close. But was that last try really a try? Honestly, Australians, was that really a try? To me, that looked like a forward pass, but it was cleared. So, it's given. No point crying over spilt milk. But that did not look like a try to me. That looked like a forward pass, guys. That looked like a forward pass. Now, albeit it didn't necessarily change the game, Australia still came through with a win. Argentina still came through with a win, but it made it a much closer game. Now, the one thing we have to give Australia credit for is their pace at play. They move that ball so quickly and with such slow pop. They just work that ball so quickly down to the wing. It's hard to keep up with them. It's hard to keep that kind of structure, especially when they are playing at such pace. And that was absolutely beautiful to watch. And if this is the kind of Australia that we're going to be seeing ongoing, my word, it's going to be, the Autumn Nations is going to be difficult. Australia are really going to be putting a lot of pressure on a lot of teams because they are playing at a very fast pace. Suali'i is really coming into his own now. And the guy, he is just an absolute monster. He's big, he's strong. He's able to pass those balls, really quickly. He's able to break through that advantage line. He is really becoming, well, in my opinion, he's already one of the best attacking midfielders in world rugby. But he's just proving himself. And he's got that long, lengthy frame that just helps him in every way, shape, and form. So, you look at the first try. He was so powerful. He had like 4 Argentinians just trying to grab onto him, trying to do anything physically possible just to get their hands on that ball. But he was just too strong. Right? He just kept that ball away. And that was a beautiful try. And don't even get me started on Julian Montoya's charge down. My word. I was expecting anybody, not Julian Montoya. Like, that guy, he not only did he keep up with Nick White, which is like, that should be an accomplishment. Because, you look at the size difference between the two. Montoya is about as wide as Nick White is tall. And he kept pace with him. Honestly, I can understand kind of why Nick White kind of went in, but he should have dived for that ball. Montoya dived for that ball and he got the outcome. But Nick White should have done more. There should have been done a lot more in relation to that. When you're having Julian Montoya beat you to the ball, it's literally like Edo van der Merwe not being able to keep up with Harry Wilson in that first in that first test between the Springboks and Australia. What? But Montoya coming down with the charge down. My word, what a bloody try! But ultimately, look, they really played well. Both teams. This is very promising for both teams because this just kind of shows the growth that they are having, how much they are growing. Because now we look at the Rugby Championship and you start to see, okay, things are starting to shape up. Australia's first, South Africa's second, New Zealand are third, Argentina are fourth. But look at how things are starting to play out. It's it's not a case of, oh, you know what, South Africa and the All Blacks are going to beat Argentina and Australia. Nah. Argentina have shown how physically strong they are, what kind of presence they hold, and how strong they are when it comes down to, putting that pressure on you and just, and just squeezing until you give up. And then we've seen this beautiful play from Australia recently, where they are able to match you with their physicality. I mean, you have Valentini, you have Fraser McWright, you have Harry Wilson, but then you have the slick, intricate passing, Swali'i popping it around the back, these quick, playing the ball so quick down the line. Daugunu, 2 tries, brilliant. It's got the speed, got that power, but then you still have Corey too. You still have Max Jorgensen on your plate as well. So they still got so many players. You still have Andrew Kellaway, who is he's rapid as well, playing at that 15, right? They got a lot of players that they still are not having their full squad. Len Ikitau wasn't part of the squad. There wasn't Will Skelton. No Will Skelton. No Nick Frost, right? So they are missing quite a few players. So this Australia side is really, really going to be putting up a lot of fight, especially come the back end of the year, where we're going to start to see more competition, right? Right now, it's just the 4 teams. But when things start to open up, it's really going to be, it's really going to become evident on just how strong Argentina, just how strong Australia are becoming, especially with Australia. The work that Schmidt is putting in and the benefit that we are now seeing from all of that hard work from Australia, it's really, it's bearing its fruit. And it's lovely to watch, because you look at how both of these teams played today. It was very physical, very quick. Australia are so quick off the counter. They will happily put you under pressure within a moment's notice. And we saw this time and time again, right? Argentina, they let off, they break down, they aren't getting into position quick enough, and they get punished by the Aussies. And it just so happens that they managed to come away with a win. That second half, Australia really started to get that rhythm and flow going. But, albeit it is a loss, in my opinion, for both Argentina and Australia, this is a win. This is not, it's not just about the game. It's about what we are seeing developing, right? What we are going to be seeing within the next 2 years in preparation for the World Cup. Now, I'm not sure about what's going to happen when Schmidt leaves. I say this and I say this time and time again. I think his name is Love. Rip up his contract and say, Schmidt, give us until the World Cup. World Cup. 2027, you don't want to be with us anymore. Go happy, and, crack on. But I think right now, Schmidt is the correct person for Australia. I am actually going to do a video on this. But I think he's the right player. He is the right person for this Australia rebuild right now. And we are seeing the fruits of that labor. So, what a game. Absolutely phenomenal. We got to see some amazing quick ball. We got to see a charge down by Julian Montoya. We got to see Swali'i getting that rhythm, getting that flow together, really starting to get stuck in. And we got to see some players, really start to develop and really grow into their role. So let me know what your thoughts are in relation to the game. Do you think Daugunu's second try was a forward pass? Let me know. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. What a rugby weekend. The South Africa game is going to be happening. I don't know whether I'm going to release this before or after the South Africa game. I'm really, really hoping they get a good result. And I'll do a full weekend preview come this evening. Please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.